Alright guys, so once again we got to talk about a story that should never happen. You should never hear about stories like this in countries that still have common sense and that have not gone completely cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs insane. Unfortunately, that is not the country that we live in anymore, okay? As we have gone insane, we've fallen off a cliff in the name of woke gender ideology, and that is exactly what this story is right here. As an 80-year-old woman was allegedly banned from the community swimming pool after complaining about a man watching little girls undress in the shower room. Now, again, this headline right here is a headline you should never, ever see. And this woman is speaking out about this because she feels like her experience was so traumatic and horrifying and also unfair as well too, that, you know, she even went to city council to complain about it. And we're gonna play that clip. But before we get into that, I just want to let you guys know, if you like my channel, you want to support my channel, you can do so using the links in the description below. You support the Patreon, you support the PayPal, you support the merch. There are multiple ways to support the channel if you would like to do so, including getting some of my new donkey pox shirts, the disease that is affecting America. Symptoms include rising gas prices, inflation, open borders, skyrocketing crime, censorship, and pregnant men. Or you can get one of my patriotic no days off hard work t-shirts for those of us that believe in a Protestant work ethic, taking no days off and not living with a victimhood mentality. So without further ado, let's go ahead and play this video of this woman telling her story and complaining about what allegedly happened to her in this locker room. Take a look.
Yes, please. Approach the podium, state your name and where you live for the record.
Julie Swan on the Quimper Peninsula, and I'm here because I had an experience that you need to know. I have sent it to you all in detail. In an effort by the city and the YMCA to apply the neocultural gender rules at Mountain View Pool, dressing shower room facilities, women and children are being put at risk. My experience while showering after my swim was hearing a man's voice in the women's dressing area and seeing a man in a women's swimsuit watching little girls pull down their bathing suits in order to use the toilets in the dressing room. I reacted by telling him to leave, and the consequence is that I have been banned from the pool. There is no signage informing women the shower room is now all gender and what that means, nor have parents been informed of what they can expect with these new policies. The Y has not provided any dressing shower room options for women who do not want to be exposed to men who identify as women. It is unconscionable that the YMCA would instigate these new policies without clearly informing pool patrons and parents. Although in 2021, the Y reported that they were adding family and all gender dressing and bathing areas, they've not done that. Instead, they've usurped the binary designations and turned the facilities into all gender with no choices. The staff seems to have received little professional training on how to handle reactions to such a radical cultural change, particularly for the most vulnerable, older female patrons and children who may be exposed to inappropriate behavior, the dignity and safety of unsuspecting women who have trusted to use these facilities for many years. This is not right. The YMCA, the city, the police and sheriffs, the parents need to come together to figure out how to make the new policies work for all pool patrons, not just one group. How to keep children who are less able to discriminate safe. It is ironic that women who discriminate when a situation threatens their safety or their children, a message from our ancestors, are now accused of discrimination as if they have made someone else a victim. We need to do much more intelligent and wise about applying the rules and developing policies that are respectful and inclusive. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, so that woman allegedly was banned from the YMCA because, you know, the YMCA, for whatever reason, and a lot of these people that, you know, are into this woke gender ideology stuff, thinks that women complaining about being uncomfortable in a locker room or showering with men are bigots, right? They're bigots and they're hateful and they're discriminating. Okay, that is what they think, right? And I want to read a little bit more here about the details in regards to what happened, because I think it's important to, go deeper into what the story is, like what allegedly happened, because the YMCA employee and the way they handled this, I think is really shameful, and we got to bring some attention to it. So the woman's name is Julie Jamin, and this happened out in Port Townsend, Washington. Okay, and this is her quote, right? This is what she allegedly said when she was in the woman's shower in the locker room. She said, quote, "There were gaps in the curtain, and there I was, naked with soap and water on me, and this guy right there very close to me," Jamin said. "I asked, 'Do you have a penis?' He said, 'That's none of your business.' That's when I told him, 'Get out of here right now.'" Jamin said she turned to DeLuna, who was outside the shower stall, and said, quote, "Get him out of here." But DeLuna responded, "You're discriminating and you can't use the pool anymore, and I'm calling the police." Okay, so DeLuna is the YMCA staffer, okay, the young female that was in the locker room, and her reaction to this old lady who's obviously upset, right? Obviously traumatized, but what she just saw is, well, you're discriminating, right? You're discriminating against men, right, who want to shower and be in a women's locker room, okay? And she said, "I'm calling the police. I'm calling the police," is what she said, allegedly. Jamin claimed that when she got dressed and tried to leave the building, a YMCA staff member told her she could not leave, echoed by DeLuna, prompting Jamin to respond, "BS, I'm going to police right now, and I want help, and I need it immediately." So later that day, the CEO of the Olympic Peninsula YMCA spoke to her and told her that she was banned from the pool, right? Because allegedly she said something to the man, right? The biological man that was in the locker room that they didn't like, okay? Something about how, he would do something to the little girls, details that I can't really get into here on YouTube, right? So they're accusing her of saying all types of stuff, right? And basically, in the main accusation is that what she said was discriminatory against the man that is showering in the locker room. Now, do I know if all this story is true? I don't know. We only got one side. However, what I do know is that, once again, this is a story that we should never, ever hear about if we live in a sane society, right? It doesn't make sense for an organization, right? The Young Men's Christian Association, right? That is what it stands for. That's what the acronym stands for. An organization that is supposed to be about Christian values, right? That's what it's supposed to be about. I mean, I think they basically become secular now. They have a liberal interpretation now where they think that Christian values means inclusion of everybody to the point of, woke nonsense like this. But I'm just saying, they're going to stand up for this, okay, instead of standing with this old woman who is traumatized. Again, this is happening all too often in our society, where we have the concerns of women being disgusted, women being exposed to things that they should not be forced to be exposed to. We have them going through these experiences, having these experiences, and then being told that they're bigots and that they're wrong for complaining about it, right? And these are the same people that claim they care about women so much. Oh, we love women. We're standing up for women's rights. We're fighting for your right. A woman's right to privacy, right? You hear that a lot in relation to the Roe v. Wade conversation, right? In relation to the issue of abortion. An issue that really doesn't have anything to do, in my opinion, with a woman's right to privacy. But that's what they say. That's the extrapolation. However, when it comes to an actual situation, we're talking about a woman's right to privacy in a locker room, to not be exposed to men or not to have men looking at them naked, right? Oh, well, that goes out the window. You don't have any privacy, right? You don't have any privacy as a woman. And if you claim that you got privacy, then that's just bigotry, right? That's bigotry and transphobia. That's what it is. Again, it's amazing society we live in, because it doesn't seem like this woman is being unreasonable. It seems like she's trying to be inclusive. She's just saying, look, I wasn't told about this policy. The YMCA didn't really announce it. That's why I was so surprised. I was so caught off guard by it. And we need to come together and find a common sense solution that is going to be inclusive of everybody, right? Which is something that I've been proposing for a long time, which is that, the whole bathroom thing should just be based off your genitalia, right? If you got a penis, use the men's bathroom. If you don't got a penis, use the women's bathroom. I think that solves a lot of the questions of awkwardness, right? It really does. It really does. Okay, or otherwise, maybe you have a third bathroom for people who don't care, right? People who want to be gender inclusive and all that stuff, have a third bathroom for them. But this whole, men can use women's bathroom in spaces where women just want women to be, where women are comfortable with just having women. Nah, we can't have that, bruh. We can't have that, and we definitely can't have 80-year-old women being traumatized by this stuff because they don't deserve that. She doesn't deserve that experience that she went through, and she definitely doesn't deserve to be berated and talked down to and called names and being accused of saying things that she says that she didn't say, right? Just because she experienced that. She was exposed to something that she shouldn't be exposed to. Again, I just want you guys to understand, these people on the left, these are people that say they're fighting for women's rights. However, every chance they get, they are putting down women whom are trying to fight for their right to privacy, which is slowly but surely being taken away, right? Just like they're being replaced in sports, they're being replaced in all aspects of life, because apparently the feelings of men who want to be women are more important than the feelings of women who were actually born women and have been women all their lives, right? 80 plus years. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.